It's been 9 months since the release of Not Like Us, and this song being the end result of the biggest rap beef of this generation. I know this video may be long overdue, but seeing Kendrick Lamar performing at this year's Super Bowl, which has sparked a lot of controversy, and watching the Pop Out concert last year on Juneteenth where he brought out opposing gangs onto the same stage with no conflict, has inspired me to revisit the chart-topping diss track. These events specifically made me realize a few key Easter eggs, the hidden symbolism, and something dark and sinister that I've missed while watching the Not Like Us music video a few months before. So in this video, I'll be talking about all the hidden messages in the Not Like Us music video and how it could be a premonition on what's to come. Make sure you stick around to the end of this video where I reveal that Kendrick may be telling us that something tragic could happen to the Canadian-born star, Drake. Before we begin, I want to thank every single one of you all for even clicking on this video and showing mass support these past few months. The amount of growth I've been seeing on this page has been really satisfying and quite unexpected. We're on the road to hitting 100,000 subs, so every like, comment, and sub is greatly appreciated. Also, every Tuesday and Friday at 2 p.m. PST, I stream on Twitch. If you're interested in seeing a more unfiltered version of myself where we play games, react, and just talk about current events, make sure you give me a follow on there as well. I'll put that link in the description below. Now without further ado, let's get started with this breakdown. Right off the bat, the official release of the music video was on July 4th, which is the day the United States declared their independence from Great Britain in 1776. This showcases how strategic Kendrick and his team are because they would apply the same theme of independence 7 months later when Lamar performed at the Super Bowl. The video starts off with a still shot of the Compton courthouse, which makes multiple appearances throughout the video. I want you all to keep that in mind as we proceed through this breakdown, because this simple 2-second shot would reveal something that could potentially dismantle Drake's whole empire. Next, we will get a snippet of a song that was unreleased at the time of the music video. This song eventually will be Squabble Up, and notice throughout this snippet that the lights are constantly flickering. If you want a more in-depth video of what the lights symbolize, I highly encourage you to check out my breakdown of the Squabble Up music video. I'm gonna leave it in the cards above. We will then cut to a scene of Kendrick knocking on the door similar to the same tune of the popular shave and the haircut 2 bits. The 2 bits being a term in the US and Canada for 25 cents. This is a 7-note musical call and response couplet, riff, or fanfare popularly used at the end of a musical performance, usually for comedic effect. And speaking of comedic effect, this door knock will then lead to a clown opening the sliding peephole where he says,
"What's the password?"
And Kendrick will reply whispering, "I see dead people." Now there's 3 things to unpack here. The clown that is behind this door goes by the name of Tommy the Clown. Tommy is a very influential figure in dance culture in Los Angeles, California, and inventor of the popular dance styles clowning and crumping. If y'all are interested in the history of this movement, I would definitely suggest watching the documentary called Rise if you want a more understanding of its origins. Secondly, the door knock tune is also used by celebrity journalist Nardwuar. He is widely known as the guy that knows a little too much about the musicians and artists he interviews.
Is your mom half Canadian?
Yeah, her. What the How do you know this shit?
Keep on rocking in a free world and do.
I did this wrong last time. Do.
Yeah.
And then there we go.
I also want to add the fact that Nardwuar hails from Canada, the same place that Drake is from. Kendrick is conveying the fact that he knows everything about the Canadian rapper and anticipates Drake's every move.
I calculate you, not as calculated. I can even predict your angle.
Thirdly, Kendrick would reply saying, "I see dead people," referencing Joel Osment's character Colseer in the movie The Sixth Sense.
I see dead people.
He would also mention this in his diss track Euphoria, where he says,
Nigga feeling like Joel Osteen. Funny he was in a film called AI, and my 6th sense telling me to off him.
So Kendrick actually made a mistake mentioning Joel Osteen, who was a Christian pastor, instead of mentioning Joel Osment, who actually plays that character in that movie. We will then cut to a scene where Tommy the Clown says,
"You late."
And notice how the table with the record player and speakers is supported by cinder blocks. We'll get to that a little bit later. In this next shot, we have a room full of 10 dancers with face paint and wearing the colors red, white, and blue, representing the American flag. I've also noticed that in this music video, Kendrick is wearing white. In the Pop Out concert, he's wearing red, and at the Super Bowl halftime performance, he's wearing blue, another nod to the American flag. It's also very important to note that Kendrick has included these specific dancers because they are a staple in LA street culture, culture being something that Drake is not familiar with. In this next scene, we have one of the dancers passing the Bible to Kendrick as he raps,
Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching.
Lamar is making it clear that he's protected by God and the Holy Spirit, and this will be showcased in the next scene where it appears that a dark figure is trying to grab a hold of Kendrick. This dark figure depicting Drake from the Dark Lane demo tape, which was released back in May of 2020. Additionally, we have a guy wearing all black attire with a hat saying Compton, which is the birthplace of Kendrick Lamar. Now this next scene is one of the many highlights of the music video, and in my personal opinion, the most controversial. In this shot, Kendrick will be doing 17 push-ups on a pair of cinder blocks, similar to the blocks that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. This shot in particular has been revealed to be a reference to a photo captured in 1997 of actress Milla Jovovich. Now, why would Kendrick be referencing this specific photo and this specific actress? Well, Milla is a fashion model and actress best known for her roles in the movies Fifth Element and Resident Evil. She was discovered at the very young age of 11 years old and signed to Jean-Luc Brunel's agency. Brunel had close ties with who? Jeffrey Epstein. And he was eventually arrested on suspicion of supplying him with girls, preferably minors.
He was being held in pre-trial detention. He had been charged in France with raping a minor, but he was actually also being investigated for women to the United States for Epstein to abuse.
It was rumored that Jovovich was briefly married at the age of 16 to a 21-year-old man, and she was set to appear in a film called Welcome to America, a movie about sex trafficking. So now you understand what Kendrick meant when he said,
Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young.
I'm surprised you haven't done it before. You know, I have no Valentine.
You have no Valentine?
Except for those two little girls from the Ellen show.
In this scene, we will see Kendrick hitting a piñata that resembles an owl. Another obvious shot at the Canadian rapper. Drake is co-owner of the record label OVO Sound, which he infamously uses the owl as the logo. Hitting the piñata has always been a tradition at birthday parties for minors. Usually the kid who's celebrating a birthday would hit the piñata blindfolded and wish treats will fall out. Kendrick is trolling and toying with the idea, no pun intended, that Drake has a weird infatuation with underage girls. And at the bottom we will see a disclaimer that no OVOs were harmed during the making of this video, taking the OVO acronym and twisting it into a more hilarious and negative fashion. In this next shot, staying with the theme of activities that little kids enjoy doing, Kendrick is seen blood walking down a hopscotch board, further stamping the narrative that Drake is a fan of underage girls. Notice how the hopscotch board goes all the way up to 10. Later on in this song, we will understand why. Now remember I mentioned at the beginning the still shot of the Compton courthouse? Well, in this next scene, you can see Kendrick at the same courthouse surrounded by a crowd of LA natives. Lamar is showing that he is the voice of the culture, and the West Coast also supports him, contrary to the belief that Drake says he gets more love in LA than Kendrick.
Get more love in a city that you from, nigga.
I also believe that there is a huge significance of Kendrick shooting the music video at the Compton courthouse with the whole crowd. He may be implying that we are all going to witness the downfall of the Canadian in a fashion that will result in an investigation, eventually leading him to being locked up. In the next shot, we have Kendrick cruising around Compton in a black Ferrari SF90, and in the passenger side is DJ Mustard, who produced the song. Kendrick is referencing the video that Drake did with YG called Why You Always Hatin', where Drake is seen riding around LA in a Lamborghini alongside YG. In this next shot, DJ Mustard and Kendrick will enter a restaurant called Tam's, and ironically enough, the celebrity journalist Nardwuar would mention the same eating establishment in their interview dating back in 2012 when Lamar performed at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas.
And Kendrick Lamar, there's also Tams and Rite Aid too, the Rite Aid.
Definitely grew up in Tams and Rite. This dude right here is really doing his research though. This is crazy. Yeah, Tams and Rite Aid. I get the chili cheese fries.
While in the restaurant, we see Kendrick, DJ Mustard, and another individual by the name of Storm DeBarge, an iconic figure in the LA street dance culture. She will also make appearances in Kendrick Lamar's Squabble Up music video. In the next scene, we will get two dancers, Keita the Great and Taiwan Williams, seemingly performing in front of some shipping containers. Now, there are some theories online that Kendrick may be hinting at the dark industry of human trafficking. Y'all let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. We will then get an appearance from DeMar DeRozan. DeMar is an NBA player who is also a native from Compton, California, and was a former player for the Toronto Raptors, the team that Drake supports, and is an active ambassador of the franchise. This shows DeMar's loyalty to the city that he's from. We will then cut to a scene of Dave Free, who is Kendrick's friend, business partner, and co-owner of PG Lane. He's also responsible for directing and curating a large majority of Kendrick's visuals. We then get a really dope shot of choreographer and artist Charm LaDonna dancing across a tightrope. She's also at the helm of a lot of Kendrick's performances, including his Damn Tour, the Mr. Morale Tour, and his 2018 Grammy performance. She's also worked with Rosalia, Selena Gomez, LMA, and Madonna. We then get a shot of Punch and Top Dog, who are the owners of TDE, Musa, the son of Top Dog and manager for Doechii, and Black Hippie members J-Rock, Absol, and Schoolboy Q. They will be standing in an area called the Nickerson Gardens in Watts, where Black Hippie member and rapper J-Rock also hails from. This will be the same place Kendrick will get his start at battle rapping.
Try to rob me, I shoot, and have you land between the sheets with the eyes leaves. We push the coupe like a high speed. The helicopters come and realize there's nothing behind us, behind me, your honor.
And back in December of 2024, he would perform there for the TDE Christmas toy drive alongside SZA, Doechii, Glorilla, and J-Rock. One of the most memorable parts of this music video will be Kendrick Lamar alongside Whitney, the mother of his children, crip walking to the song with his kids that are also present. This stood out to me based on the fact that Drake mentioned Kendrick's fiance in his track Family Matters, where he implies that Kendrick hits his wife and his children actually belongs to Dave Free.
I heard that one of them little kids might be Dave Free.
Like, come on, Drake. His daughter literally has his ears. Where the fuck did you get the information that his daughter is not really his kid? I don't know about y'all, but if there was truly a conflict between the two, I don't think Whitney would agree to even be in the music video. Just saying. We would then get some appearances from Lil L, which is a childhood friend of Kendrick, Roddy Ricch, DJ Mustard, YG, Wally the Sensei, Big Hit, actor Brandon T. Jackson, Smack, and Steve Lacy. Now, the most striking scene of this whole music video is Kendrick putting the owl in the cage. Remember at the beginning of this video I mentioned that Lamar may be hinting at a premonition on what's to come for Drake? I think him placing this bird in a cage symbolizing that Drake or anybody associated with him may be locked up for a serious crime in the near future. This also symbolizes that Kendrick is in control here. Then we end with the video of Kendrick in the crowd while they chant the diss track. This video and song has gone down in history, winning 5 Grammy Awards in 2025 and will continue being a staple in hip hop. Seeing all these diss tracks unfold made 2024 really enjoyable for me, and I hope it was enjoyable for you as well. But y'all let me know in the comment section below. What do you think about the Easter eggs, the hidden meaning, and the dark, controversial, and sinister backstory behind this song? And y'all let me know how many times you watched this music video already. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.